Now our land. Now we go save her. You know the dapper. Better get your PVC. You know the dapper. Better get your PVC. You know the dapper. Better get your PVC. You know the dapper. Better get your PVC.
Make it no be like Santa tell you. Make it no be like saying Bata they wear you. Everybody, mama and papa, maybe we can clear you. So you know go be like saying we no help you. Get your PP, get your PVC, get your PP, get your PVC.
You know the dapper. Better get your PVC. You know the dapper. Better get your PVC. You know the dapper. Better get your PVC. You know the dapper, get your PVC.
Outside Igbo and Yoruba.
Nigeria country, Nigeria country, Nigeria country, Nigeria country.
Yes. Everybody go collect your PVC. I beg. You don't say no the jackpot. Collect your PVC. One love.
Hello.
Yes, hello, good evening, and welcome back to Common Sense for Relationships. Yes, my name is Anietie Bature, and this is my husband.
My name is Kingsley Bature in the house. I just did like daily, you know.
But where will you be on the street?
Well, I'm feeling street vibes today. Today I'm feeling street vibes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome everyone. Welcome to our Instagram family, to our Facebook family, to our YouTube family. Thank you so much for joining us on all these platforms. And good evening. Please tell us where you're joining from. Just leave a message in the chat so we can see you and we can rejoice over the fact that you're joining us from wherever. It's been fun having you with us on this month of breaking tables.
Yes, they're loving the t-shirt. Please advertise my t-shirt more, please.
Oh yes, okay.
Fools rush in. People should show them my t-shirt now. Give them another view. Thank you. They want to shoot it. Thank you.
Fools rushing.
Yes, fools rushing.
Yes, this is one of our common sense for relationships t-shirts, and this is one of the what should I call it? Should I call it taglines or something? So any
that we usually say
or something.
Taglines.
Husband material.
Don't use cliche. Tagline.
In husband material.
Okay.
Yes,
Deborah said she just got home. Thank you,
yes,
Deborah.
Debbie.
She said she just got home. So we're saying that for those that are just joining us, please you can also tell us where you're joining from. You can tell us how your day has been. I can see some, Deborah is coming from the women's conference.
Yes,
there
was
people,
there too.
Yeah. Today was a very busy day for the women. We the men had to stay at home and take care of the house. So we literally had to man the house. Yeah, so we had to man the house. For those that are just joining us today, we missed one part of this thing that I want to show them. Show them previously on Common Sense.
Let's do it
for relationships. So stay with us so that we'll catch up on the last 3 weeks. Today is the grand finale for this series, the Breaking the Table series. So if you're not being with us, we wanted you to catch up on the last 3 weeks, what we have been doing. Take it away.
Okay, this month has been a bang on our Breaking the Table series. Previously on Common Sense for Relationship, we went from this to this and then this.
One of them said, bros, there are two main reasons from a man's point of view. Number one, the quality of the product has diminished.
The quality of the product. So now when you say that, I'm wondering, is it the quality of marriage or is it the quality of the women?
Is the women need the reason women are not getting married is because there is a lack of quality women. He says this may come as a surprise, but men have standards too.
No, out of that video.
Why can't they stay with one woman? What is actually causing?
Guys, let's not answer. Wait, guys.
Why are the men sponsoring those women? Why don't you just look for one girl and relax with that one girl?
You should know you're not just looking for skin. Skin cannot cook food. Skin cannot take care of children.
No.
You understand?
Yes.
Skin cannot nurse you when you are ill, and skin cannot stand by you when you have lost your job.
But skin can stand by you in public, and make you look very.
That's
Now, what am I saying this? You will see ladies that are doing job of 30,000 naira, 25,000 naira. The handset they are using is even times 4 of what they are earning. And you want to tell me such girl is a good girl? No, I disagree with that.
For instance, your wife is giving you headache, and you see a young girl outside.
That is not giving you headache.
No, not giving you headache. You want to spend money on her now. You want to take care of her.
For peace of mind's sake.
Exactly.
A lot of people, they get into marriage and they are quick to say, I'm not doing again, I give up.
Because love pays. There will come a time when the man will be like, why did I be married this stupid girl?
What a place to end. Why did you end on where the guy is saying, why did I marry this stupid girl?
Not be me go tell them.
Okay, so
that brings us to today's edition.
Today is the grand finale, right?
Yep.
And today our topic is No Be Me.
Go tell
you
Wetin
you go do.
And no be you too.
Go tell me
Wetin I go do. So, and wherever in the equation sign you are standing.
Yes. So I guess that's an opportunity for everybody to say what they think on the different issues that will come up, right? And for us also say what we think on the different issues that will come up. And if you like, you listen and follow the guidelines. If you like, you say, no, but you go tell me
Wetin I go do.
Interesting. Okay, all right.
So we head in.
Gideon, I see you on IG. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
We have people joining us from different platforms, so it's good to have you guys on here. So, where do we kick this one off?
The very first one. I mean, we talked about why guys are not getting married.
Okay.
And that was a hot topic because we were trying to find out like what are the challenges that guys are experiencing because we honestly thought that maybe it's things like financial challenges, bride price, and so on, that would be the leading causes.
Causes, yes.
Only for guys to show up and turn the whole thing around and start saying that it's the ladies that do not have good enough quality for them to approach and consider marrying and talking about how you cannot trust certain or women of nowadays and how some people are living above their means and by default that is an indication that something is not right somewhere and so on. It was quite deep.
Yeah, it was. That first week brought a perspective about guys. What guys are thinking about this whole relationship things. Guys are not getting married.
But something that was really interesting? The fact that everybody is in quotes, the fact that in quotes, or I'm putting that in quotes very seriously, everybody is playing trance or everybody is doing by the way, by the bush. But when it's time to get married, the guys are looking for women of standard.
That place you are going now is an interesting place.
It's true now because when tell you,
okay, let me come at it because I cannot be telling you what to do. Let me come at it from a different. So you are saying that what we are discovering is that everybody is playing a away game, but when it comes to settle down, people want to be home. They want to. They want a. Yes, they want to. Okay. They want a homely, a homely woman or standard.
Because you see that ladies will tell you, "Oh, in relationships these days, all the guys want to in quotes sleep with you." right? In fact, it's like a test. If you don't sleep with me, then it means that we're not really in a relationship, or we don't have, so we're not sharing anything deep, right? And the ladies feel like they're under pressure to give into that, which of course is just complete rubbish as far as I'm concerned. Today I'm speaking very freely.
Please speak, please be free, be free.
It's complete rubbish, because
You have my permission
you can't
to be-
say
you have my
somebody's
permission to
putting
be
you
free.
under pressure for you to do something. Okay, if you didn't already, if you weren't already open to doing it. So if you have standards, then stick to your standards and don't make it look like, oh, it's the guys that are making me do what I don't want to do. If you meet somebody who is not respecting your values and your standards, and somebody who expects you to lower your standards to prove a point to them, then that's not the right person for you.
Okay.
Because if you lower your standards to please somebody, right, then you're going to end up wondering, what am I really standing on? Who am I really? What do I believe? What are my values? What are my principles? You start questioning a lot of things about your life, right? So, and we won't even really know who you are, because I mean, this wind will blow, you move that way, the other wind will blow, you move. So who really are you? Do you understand? So the thing is, when you hear all this feedback from ladies, you're like, okay, so guys want to sleep around, ladies want to sleep around, or guys are sleeping around, ladies are sleeping around. But when it's time to get married, guys say they want to marry somebody who is not sleeping around. Where are you going to find them if you've been sleeping with all of them?
No be me good. You know, that's an interesting question, but it's for people out there exactly to think about it. You know, so you guys should think about it. It's not me that will tell you. Me, I'm just here to tell you what they told us. Good. So you know, something else that comes to my mind about this whole issue, guys, girls, and all of that. You know, there was an issue that was trending this week. You know, about the couple who went on a high-speed chase. Yeah. So, but that issue brings something to mind, and it makes me ask the question. You know, what exactly that could have gone different ways, isn't it? That could have gone that whole narrative
And in
could have
summary,
gone
what
different
happened?
ways. Yeah. You know, you see, babe, see the woman saw the husband with side chick in a car.
And
They
then-
were moving gallantly. And then when she saw them with side chicks,
She now decided
to do high speed chase.
and then
The matter ended.
in her losing her life, right? And of course, that's been discussed on different platforms, amongst friends, amongst colleagues, on the radio, and so on and so forth. So I can imagine people have heard a lot about this. But the fact is, I mean, my question is, where the woman is right now, if she has the ability
to turn back the time.
To think, what do you think she'll be thinking when she is like? She'll be like, "Hey, see how I killed myself for what?" And you know, now and then, if she had the ability to see from where she is, she'll just be watching how this same side chick that she was trying to chase, right, will very easily just transition into her role, because now there's no position. Now there's no occupancy. There's a vacancy right there, and she can just step in, right? She can just step in and fill the slot. So was it worth it? That's the question. Was it worth it?
Was it worth it? So the question, that whole episode brings a question to my mind. Sometimes we think we know what's best for us, isn't it? We think we know, there's that cliche, it's my life, I know what is best for me, and in this instance there was an issue, and then we are thinking, at the base of this issue, what is there? At the base of this issue is that whole concept that you're speaking about guys playing away game and stuff. Cheating is at the base of this whole issue. So my guy, I see, this is a married case, I see a husband cheating and I'm running after him. So like you said, there are many different points of view about this. But what it brings to my mind is, when we're talking to single people, right? A question I want to ask all of you that are out there, a question I want to ask, right? For single people, is it possible to cheat on your boo if people are still boyfriend, girlfriend? Huh? No. I just want you to. If you can answer in the chat.
In the chat,
You can.
yes.
You can. Is it possible?
Our single
Yes.
friends,
Yes. Our
feel
single.
free to
Is it
answer.
possible to cheat? Because in this case now, we say his husband and wife, and she was pursuing the man. You know, because we are not trying to tell you what to do. Was that issue? How could that thing have gone differently?
Yes.
Do you understand? What should even if you catch your husband in this case with side chick, how should you deal with it?
You know the question, as in one of the things I think.
I'm waiting for the answer. So
Yes.
you can be the single people can be answering me. I asked the question: if you are boyfriend girlfriend, is it possible to cheat when you guys are still boyfriend girlfriend? Because I mean, there's no legal thing binding two of you. In the case of the couple, we can say that there's a legal basis, but don't forget what you want to say. Just say. I'm just dropping it there. I'm just keeping it real, right? I really am not. Yes.
I'm just trying to like follow that high speed or whatever chase. Assuming she eventually got to them and cornered them, and then they all came out of the car. What would she have done? Would she have fought the husband or fought the side chick or the two of them at the same time? What exactly would she have done? How would it have played out? And even if she challenged them and it became physical, would it have solved the problem?
So would it have stopped the cheating?
Yeah. Would it have solved it? Would it have stopped it? Would the husband now say, "Oh, you have caught me this time on the road, therefore I will no longer cheat on you"? I mean, I mean, sometimes it's good for and see, and this thing of using your brain is not just in the beginning when you're trying to find who to get married to. It's also as you go through your life as a whole and your relationship, even after you get married. There's a place where you need to apply your brain and not just be moved by emotions. You're just irrational, or you are just no. You're just, let's say, sentimental and overly emotional about stuff. So you just respond on what do you call it, the whim of your emotion.
On how you
feel. I saw that. I go there. You just want to just do it. And sometimes those things are not calculated, and you just end up blowing things out of proportion.
And you see that was
or taking measures that will not even help.
I wanted to say that was something that we dealt with. I think that was week 3 on Breaking the Table series. That was something we dealt with to say the place of the heart versus the head, right? The place of the heart versus the head, especially in relationship, when your heart is saying something and your head is saying something else. When what was that statement? The heart wants what it wants. So what if the heart now wants something that is bad for you? What should the head do? Oh, I see Tosin. Tosin says okay, that Tosin says he's on the road. Tosin is on the road. It says on the road from Abuja, from Eket. Okay, on the road to Eket from Abuja. Still on the road. I love the t-shirt. Thank you, Tosin. Thank you, Tosin.
Thanks, Tosin.
Thank you, Tosin. But there's some comments coming in, and I can let me run through. There's so many. Let me run through a few. Kingsley said there's nothing like cheating in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, but there's emotional hurt when you see you're exclusive with another person, so you try and avoid it. So he has brought up a matter, but what's exclusive?
Exclusive now. Exclusive is like
please, if you know what exclusive is there, tell me, because I don't know what to tell you. What exclusive is
well, so he means that in this particular relationship, you people have decided that it's just the two of you and nobody else, right? And you know, when they talk about exclusive, you know, some of these terms are new, and the reason that some of these terms are in quotes new or have been introduced is because certain other boundaries have been removed. So now you need to define the terminology.
Hold the boundaries that have been removed. Tosin said there's nothing official or legal binding both parties. They are still on the process, and anyone can stop along and not continue. So there's no cheating in relationship. So this whole issue of it broke my heart.
But you see, the thing is that some people are single, right? but then they are behaving as if they are married.
Baby, you're touching something.
They are
You're touching something.
engaging.
You're touching something.
They're engaging in sexual intercourse. They're going the whole 9 yards, and because of that, they start to feel as if we are married, even though they have not signed nothing, they have not paid nothing, no bride price, nothing. You know, the families haven't agreed. All those things that need to be in place for you to be married have not been done. But you go ahead and you, in some cases, cohabit and stuff like that. And then next thing you see somebody, because really there's no, what's the commitment? You did not agree to anything.
But so, we dealt with that in week 1, where we say it's not by force to marry.
So sometimes they will have a discussion and say, okay, let us no longer in quotes have sex with other people.
Okay.
Right? Since we are living together, let us now be exclusive, just the two of us. That's where the term exclusivity comes in.
So we're just doing just the two of us.
But you see, it should be that if you just go through the normal progression, right, of we were acquaintances and then we became friends, right, and after being friends for a while, somebody decides, hey, I think there should be more here. Let's go out, right, or let's date, or whatever you term you want to use for it. But you're calling the person into a higher level of the friendship. But this time around, it's not just general friendship. You're beginning to check specifically, is there a possibility of our lives, coming together, of our two different parts of life coming together to form one serious path, that you people will now travel together for the rest of your lives? Because, I mean, you were you, I was me. And then now we want to become one unit, right? So that time of moving from friendship to something that you call you're dating, you're in a relationship, you're going out, different terms, is the aim and objective is supposed to be for you to find out enough to know whether you can now go to the place where you ask this person, will you marry me? But unfortunately, some people just, once they say, oh, we're going out, oh, we're dating, phew, next thing, they're jumping on beds and they are locking themselves in rooms and doing all sorts. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, because that will even defeat the aim and objective of you saying you are dating or going out. Because that thing that is called sex, once you start indulging in it, all of a sudden you're wearing glasses, and the glasses is the type that they have plastered the lens with clay, with mud, with all sorts of things, so that you cannot see nothing. In fact, whatever you are seeing is going to be good. It's what they call the rose-colored glasses. So the person is doing certain things that are wrong. You say, oh, he was just a little bit upset today. Meanwhile, he had a fit of rage. Maybe threw something, broke something, raised the fist, almost punched you, but held himself back and said, see what you made me do. I love you so much. I'm so passionate. And when I do these things, I just... And then you say, oh, he loves me so much. Meanwhile, you're supposed to see, he almost punched me. That's what you're supposed to see. But because it's left to the person, you're going to say, oh, he's so passionate about me, and today I just said something, it really hurt him. I felt so bad because I hurt him. And you start talking complete nonsense.
Baby, still talking nonsense. Timora says there are verbal agreements now.
Verbal.
If your relationship is based on verbal agreement, you both will know when there is a breach in terms of the said agreement contract. But they are going legal now. They're trying to take take from verbal to legal. But something you are saying, somebody now asks, Tosin asks, please, mommy, leave the sex table. Don't break the table, because you're really pulling out the legs. Because you know why you are talking. I was not going to ask you, are you saying that when we are going out, we should not have sex? No, be me go tell you what you go do. Let me read comments. It's a question I ask. Do you understand?
Oh my goodness.
Let me read comments. Baruch Master say, yes, you can cheat. Remember, cheating is a game of cat and mouse. People who cheat think until you get caught, you are not a cheat. And then he or she added, cheating is not only physical, it's also emotional. Grace says, it's a case of happiness versus necessity. So she says, when a form is being filled and when you get to your relationship status, you see married or single, you won't see them in a relationship. One of the rules of relationship is until you are engaged, keep dating others.
I would just like to jump in right there.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
see, this is another way that people put themselves inside too much wahala.
mm-hmm.
You say you're dating and you're dating others. So you say you want to find out who you should get married to. So you're dating 5 guys at the same time, or you're dating 5 ladies at the same time because you say you want to know who to get married to. Why do you have to be so involved with multiple people? Do you understand? What happened to initial screening? I mean, it's just like saying you want to buy, let's say you want to buy a house, right? And then you now say, I want to start living in the 5 houses, right? I'm going to pay rent for the 5 houses so that I can start experiencing the houses, and then eventually I will know which house I want to buy. Does that make any sense? Won't you say first of all, won't you say this is what I want in a house, and then you list it, and then when they tell you, oh, these are the 5 options, you start saying, okay, does this have this, does this have that? You ask a few questions and screen a few things. Then you can now say, okay, this one looks like the one I want, let's see, right? And then you go in further. That things that you can accomplish at the level of friendship. There are screenings you are supposed to do at the level of friendship, to take out all to find out, weed out the people that you can see from just being friends with them. This person is not going on the same path with me. Our paths are different. Do you understand? At the level of friendship, if you come to something like career, you want to be a career woman, for instance, and then at the level of friendship, you find out this guy is the son of some, or he's from a very rich family, and in their family, women do not work. They are just trophies. They're in the house, they take care of children and stuff like that, and there's no career for you. But then what do you need to date him for when you know that you want to be a career woman?
Mm-hmm.
You should know that this friendship is stopping at friendship. You cannot proceed beyond any level. So what are you talking about dating? Or some I mean, there are different scenarios. The important thing is you know yourself. Everybody, singles all over the place, please know yourselves. If you don't know yourself, please get what do they call it, husband material, the workbook. Or just go on some journey of self-discovery. Try to understand, what are you really about. Ask yourself some important questions. I said get husband material at the work because there are many questions there that as you read through,
yes,
you just flashed it.
Yes,
as you
they
read through,
flashed it. There's a link down there. You can get.
As you read through and answer the questions, that it will help you to get to understand yourself a lot more. And then after you have understood yourself, you can now start talking about who would be a good match for you, what kind of person would help you on your peculiar journey in life. You're not everybody. So just don't do that thing that everybody does this, so I do that. Everybody wants a certain spec, so you just adopt it because it's what people have specified. That doesn't make any sense.
Nobody you go tell me Wetin.
Yes, nobody go tell you. So to round up that thought, right? You don't need to start tying yourself in dating here. Make the most of the phase of relationship that is friendship, to do certain screenings, and then after someone has passed some of those your preliminary tests, you can now talk about progressing to something like dating. So that way you don't need to date 5 people. Some people will be giving you the list of exes, and you're wondering, is it the names of people inside the classroom or what?
I mean, the way you are provoking today, be calming down. Me, I'm very humble today. Anyway, but it's a good day, since they say no be you go tell me wetin I go do. You too.
You just be telling
this is so that
today I'm talking.
Today, it's okay. Let me read comments. That's my work here today is not hard. Say if I cheat, no be you go tell me wetin I go do. After breakfast, there is lunch or dinner. And if they serve you breakfast, wait for lunch or dinner. It's your cheat. You know, do you understand? It's not somebody's cheat. It's your cheat. Grace says, as popular as doing what makes you happy, most of the important decisions of life shouldn't be based on temporary excitement and gratification. What if I just want temporary excitement now? So you see, but this thing you are saying, very serious thing you are saying here. And the fact is that the concept of life and living it is very different for different people. So some people, you see this happy married life where all of us, they say with the one fine. Some people want happy married boyfriend and girlfriend. Do you understand? They don't want happy married life. They want happy single boyfriends and girlfriends, right? And then when we enjoy the present, the future, we don't know what the future is. The future will take care. Remember the other episodes, they told us that some of the guys said that the number of girls that are still good are not many. As in the good girls, they are not plenty again. And some of the good girls now say they want a spice of some adventure. So people want different things, but in the midst of the things that people want, right? Nobody me go tell them wetin dem go do. Like you have said, you have just showed them your own side. Make everybody pick in own side. While we are at it, let's take a break.
Okay.
And we will be back, and they will send the link so that you can call in to the show.
Oh, right. IG family, just give us about a minute and the break will be over. And we'll come right back.
If you know the jackpot, better get your PVC. Something hot is here. 50,000 naira. That's the cash prize for the person who wins the jackpot PVC dance challenge.
Unayera, yes, all you need to do is create a 30 seconds to 1 minute dance video and upload it using the hashtag JackpotPVC challenge, and you can stand a chance to go home with 50,000 naira.
Remember, my handle is at Anietie Bature. That's ANIETIE Bature, BATURE.
Yeah, you dance, yeah, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let the best dance wait. Yeah, your business.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
We're back.
Yes.
So we're trying to round up the Jackpot PVC dance challenge, and we're looking. Hopefully, we can make it an independent edition, and we'll wrap that session up. So let's see how this final week goes and how we end up on the Independence edition. I wonder how that edition is going to be, because the next Common Sense Relationship session is on Independence Day.
Yeah. I think it will be quite interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and you know, we're still going through a number of we're still going through the previous topics, and we've touched on the first one, which was why our guys not getting married, and then the second week we talked about good girl no they pay. Now that was a myth that we wanted to address, because some people just have this idea that being a good girl doesn't pay, and because of that they want to start doing certain things because they want to, in quotes, get value, get paid, get some of the benefits that they feel the, in quotes, bad girls are getting, you know. But we talked about it, and different people called in and shared their thoughts on the matter, and at the end of the day we came to the conclusion that it pays to be a good girl, but that being a good girl doesn't mean you should be boring, doesn't mean that you should not have any value to add to your own life and the lives of people around you and to your relationship, right? So you can be a good girl, you should be a good girl, but there should be some excitement, there should be some variety and so on, and you should just, part
of that conclusion, if I remember very well, is that being a bad girl also pays dividends. And the dividends are obvious. It's just that everything has consequences. So everything has consequences.
So the dividends are such that can leave a very sour taste in your mouth and give you a lot of wahala in the future, right? So example, yes, somebody is paying you to be his side chick, right? And you're enjoying the money, and you are enjoying the trips to different places, but then one day the wife decides today I'm going to deal with you, and
it's the kind of wife that will not be pursuing you inside car.
No, this one will wait for you somewhere with some chemicals that can end your destiny. terrible things have happened.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, this one
The
I'm talking
stories
about.
abound. The stories, yes, the stories
So
abound.
the fact is, the consequences are there. I mean, if it
Mm.
is not immediate, what they call it, retribution
Mm.
from the person who is aggrieved, right? It could just be something else, like okay, you abort here, abort there, abort here, abort there, and then eventually you affect your own womb. Meanwhile, you want to have children in the future, and someone tells you, well, with this final, this last abortion is going to be, this abortion is going to be your last, and you're like, what? I mean, they say, well, actually, this time around, we had to take your womb out to save
Wow.
your life.
Wow. So
I mean, I'm talking about just these ones. Somebody say, "Oh, but these are the very grave ones. These are the serious consequences." There are many other consequences. Or you say, "I played. I have had fun," and then finally you now find a good man, and you settle down with the good man, and then when the time is right, you now find out that the goods of the good man are not proportional to some of the goods of the bad guys that you used to play with before. And then all of a sudden, you go on social media and start crying to the world to come and save you from your marriage that is not even up to 3 months.
the goods. I mean, all these examples that you're bringing about,
But it's stuff that has happened now.
yes, I know we have the.
Then you start comparing and crying in your marriage. This is not what I bargained for.
Somebody should say, I'm surprised somebody didn't ask what are the goods. That's what me I heard, the goods. The goods, yeah.
You answer that one by yourself.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So yes. So we talked about good girl, no they pay, and then last week, right? We talked about if loving you is wrong, and this is where we're talking about. This is where we're talking about the heart and the head, right? So we're talking about. I mean, just going with the flow. This is what I'm feeling, and then you want to do it, even though it's not good for you.
The heart wants what
and
it wants.
this is what we talked about. I mean, is it possible for you to love what's not good for you? And we really trashed that issue. So trash. So if you want to know all the details about that, please just go and watch the video from last week. Yes. And if you don't want to be missing all these interesting discussions, because see, people talked last week. And this is what happens here. We keep it real. Sometimes when they're talking, you might be like, oh, I can't believe it, or really, or no, or yes, I've experienced it. I mean, different things. Some you relate, some you are completely absurd to you, but people are speaking from the heart, and we keep it real on common sense for relationships. So if you don't want to miss out on this solid, serious, crucial discussions, then please subscribe to this channel and send the link to your pals who need this as
people
well.
should subscribe. People should subscribe. People should share the link. They don't used to charge. They haven't started charging for sharing. So share the link, subscribe, and tell people about what is going on right here. Because the interesting thing about a lot of these things that I was going to call her Babi. Hey, Babi, baby girl for life.
What's tickling your fancy right now?
Because you're looking so fine. We are just fine like this. It's not easy to marry fine wife. I'm telling you.
Goodness.
I'm telling you. So you were saying, what were you saying before I said rubbish? You were saying the heart wants what it wants.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing about all of these things that we dealt with this month is the fact that the facts are there, but the choice is still yours.
Yes.
Nobody can tell you what to do, right? You can't say, oh, they moved me into doing A or B. It was because everybody was having boyfriend. Me too, I wanted to have boyfriend. No, actually, I've been there. There was a time when everybody, even my friends, they're having girlfriends. So me, I didn't have. So I was like the guy that didn't have girlfriend.
The babeless guy.
I didn't have girlfriend. So
what did you do?
There was this girl now, this girl in church. Those babes that when you see them coming, you just smile. And you smile, you turn the other direction. But to move, to go and be your friend.
Mm.
We can't say.
Mm-hmm.
Is the kind of fun that when you see them in church, you like to go and sit down near them, but you just sit down.
From a smiling
I'm
sheepishly.
smiling.
So this is how you used to do.
Man, yeah, I was very shy that year. I
Wow.
tell you, I just sit down and be smiling. You know, I can even help her carry her Bible.
Are you
So that
protocol
with the hope that she will get what I am doing. Do you understand? To
sure.
say this, but I was
Did
being
it
moved.
work out
It's,
for a season?
Baby, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure that she knew that it is girlfriend that we were doing. Do you understand? No, but the point was, I was just
At
following.
least there was somebody that you were using to follow and say that you
That
have
we
a
are close,
girlfriend.
that we are girlfriend, but we just know that we are close. We are very close. Now, for me, the point is that nobody can say they pushed me into this. Everybody that came up and spoke had different experiences, and everybody that is listening now, you have your experiences.
Yes, we've shared the links, right?
Yes.
And if you want
Okay.
to share some of those experiences, it's a good time as we're talking about it. Just click on the link, come into the studio, and join us. Yeah.
So I'm saying the fact is everybody has experiences, and out of these experiences, you need to ask yourself the question: am I doing what's best for me? That's question one. Question two: do I know what is best for me? The decisions I'm making for my life, for the kind of life that I want, is it what is best for me? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So all these things we have thrown up, all these tables we have shooken and shooken and shaken and shuku. So all of these tables, right? The question that I would like everybody to be thinking about is: am I making the best decisions for myself, even in the present? Because there's some people that say, I beg, leave future. Now present with them. Maybe if I just see fine boy, I can shock. Because let me enjoy the present,
Goodness.
let me hammer. Let me enjoy the present. But there are choices to make.
Yeah.
There are consequences for each of those choices.
Yeah, and
so
it can derail you.
everybody-
I was listening to so one thing I like about listening to much older people, right, is that they just share their heart, right? They very easily tell you their mistakes because I mean I'm going to die soon anyway, so I might as well leave a few nuggets for the people that are coming. I listened to a certain lady and she talked about how she was doing well, she was doing absolutely well, she was an A student, she was, like when they tell you be like that girl, she was that girl. And then during the holiday, like JS3 holiday type scenario, she got pregnant, and she got pregnant, and by the time she was to come back to school in SS1, the school found out she was pregnant. It wasn't in Nigeria anyway, and they told her, well, you can't attend this school anymore. There's a night school for people like you. Now this happened years back.
Wow.
There's a night school for people like you. So she had to leave all that prestige, leave all her friends, because of what had happened to her. All her friends' parents told her friends not to be friends with her again. Do you understand? And because of that, she lost her friends, she lost her school, she lost her entire network, and she now started going to school at night. And everybody else she was going to school with either had a mental problem, or had been pregnant, or has children, or as in just the in quotes, the outcasts in quotes, right? But somehow, thankfully, later on in life, just call it a redemption story, and she was able to get her life back on track. But that cost her a lot. Even if you just look at the short term, that mistake she made cost her a lot. So you have to think of the choices that you're making every day. Think about it. What am I deciding for myself? How is it going to affect me today? How is it going to affect me tomorrow? What's the story? What's the story? What's the legacy? There's so many things for you to consider when you're making some of these decisions. So yeah.
Wow, that's quite intense. So the question in my mind is so what should we, even though we are not supposed to be telling people what they will do, what are people going through? What are the things that people are looking for when they are looking when they are looking at relationships, and when they are what are they looking for? Are they looking for advice?
No, so let them say. So please, if you're looking for advice, please ask for the particular advice, and it will be a good time to talk about to answer one or two critical questions that anybody may have on the call, right? Gwe said, even friends where do abortion go avoid you. as if they're better than you, right? But just that their own, they didn't catch them.
But that's something critical that Tosin said, earlier on.
Mhm.
The fact that, when we speak about this whole cheating thing, I asked the question before that can do singles cheat. So, and the guys said that when your boyfriend, girlfriend cheat, there's nothing is cheating. But I noticed that most of the people that answered that nothing is cheating, there's no cheating in boyfriend, are guys. The ladies kept quiet. So maybe they have a different answer that I don't know about. But like this thing that you just said, the truth is, if you when they catch you, now you do bad. You understand? It's person where then catch, it's person where on no work well. Nine do bad. You understand? And then that's the person that they will cast. A person that they will cast on social media and stuff like that.
Will become the talk of the town, and some people that will be spreading your gist are people who have done the exact same thing that you did, but in quote didn't get caught, or didn't were fortunate to escape the consequences, or have found ways to deal with it. So and even for people, you say, "Oh, I did abortion, nobody knew that I was pregnant, so I'm free." Have you looked at the number of people who have what they call it, post traumatic, what they call
Stress
disorder,
PTSD.
People who, some of them go into serious depression because they did an abortion. As in, it's serious. So
this
some people would think,
as it's like you came with hammer today. You're just touching some very strong
sorry.
things now.
Some people think just remove the child and be off. You will be surprised. Can you remember even the skit that was on about it, where one lady is trying to sleep and all the children she has aborted come and start singing for her. Apart from the fact that you may feel you are haunted, you're seeing ghosts and stuff, there's just the fact that somewhere deep down there, you know what you did. Somewhere deep down there, the guilt, the trauma, the everything, it follows you. And it affects you in so many ways. So sometimes people will not go and ask how this thing really happened. They'll just assume, oh yeah, just do it and move. Go and ask the people that have been there, done it. Ask them truthfully. Tell me, what was this experience like for you? Let them tell you. So sometimes you have to borrow yourself brain and learn from other people. It's not if they say experience is the best teacher. It does not mean it has to be your own experience. You can learn from people that have made those. And the thing is, with experience, you can learn from both the people who got it right and the people who got it wrong. Some people think, oh, it's only the people that are role models you learn from. Some people got it wrong. Go and ask them, this is your life that is like this. What happened? How did you get here? Where did you get it wrong? What decisions brought you to this place? Let them tell you.
Okay.
That way, you will save yourself the trouble of going through what they went through, dealing with the pain that they dealt with or are still dealing with, and hopefully you will make better decisions for your own life.
I know, say, nobody you go tell me what I go do, but you're telling me a lot of things. You're telling me a lot of things. So someone asked, he said, I know say nobody you go tell me what I go do, but how do you advise a Christian brother who has no game? I mean, with the ladies.
Is this not the case of the guys that don't know what to say?
There's no game.
They like the lady from a distance, but don't know how to approach.
They'll carry Bible like me.
Advise them now.
I should advise them like before, like now.
No. I advise them with all that you now know.
Oh my goodness, my God. I don't talk game master. So for guys we no get game, not me go tell you what you go do, but the first way I go tell you, Baba, go buy husband material workbook.
The book and the workbook.
The book and the workbook. The link is there. You will see our story as told by her. But me, I'm coming. I'll soon write wife material. How many people want? If you want me to write wife material, type 111 inside there. You want me to write? Want me to write wife material? No, see, my own go different. I won't put picture on my own. Comic. But when it comes to the issue of having game, it first begins from a place of self-discovery. You have to know who you are. You have to know. Boy, see, but the ones are plenty. The ones are plenty. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll organize it. So first thing for me, it's the place of self-discovery, knowing who you are, right? Because you know who you are not afraid of who somebody else is. You are not intimidated by who somebody else is. I always said, even before I got into relationship, that's after after I graduated
from the school of shyness
and timidity into becoming a game master. I always say that any guy can sweep any lady off her feet. He just needs the right broom. Now, so when you have discovered who you are, you need to discover what are the assets that give you that put your best foot forward. What do I have that when I show up, I appear? There's a way you show up in a place and they don't even know that you're there. But
you don't have a presence.
You don't have a presence. Do you understand? So for guys that don't got game, you need to know, what do I have that when I show up, I appear? And it's not just by some people they think it's just money. It's not always money, because
let me tell you from a lady's perspective, right?
No, I've not finished talking.
Are you sure?
Yes, no, but you go tell me Wetin I go do. I've not finished talking. Let me finish. Yes, let me finish. So number one, know who you are. Number two, know what you've got. Do you understand? Number three, know how
to package
what you've got.
And then after knowing how to package, know how to present.
Know how to present what you've got.
Yeah, correct somebody.
You're getting it. You're getting it. Because by the time you've done the presentation, I mean, do you understand? Is after that, it's not you now that will be looking for. Is that some people will just be, see, guys, let me tell you guys something. I'm looking to the camera. Guys, ladies are sharp. By the time you have understood your personality, I see a string of peas coming in. So first of all, there's your personality. Then there's your presence. Then there's your package. And then there's your profile. There's your profile. It is your profile that you now present. And when you present your profile,
it becomes a proposal.
It becomes a proposal, my brother. You are the one that will be getting the proposal. Do you understand? Because ladies are very sharp. They are noticing things. And when you present like this, do you understand? They begin to pick it up. So that by the time you have made your approach, it's easy. It's easy. So guys, that's lesson 101 on Game Master. But last, no be me go tell you Wetin you go do.
Now, sometimes I notice that sometimes you see that guys think, oh, what they need is money. And some guys won't even approach because they feel I don't have enough money, or she has more money than me, or her family is richer than my family, or some funny things like that. But see, some ladies are not even looking for your money. So some guys, let me tell you, some of you are good guys, but you're just sitting down there wasting your time because you are waiting to have money. Meanwhile, there's a woman somewhere who is very happy with the amount of money you have, and will be super excited about the kind of beautiful personality that you have, and who you are, and every other thing that you have achieved. Do you understand?
Talk to me, mommy.
So why don't you at least even check? Start with friendship. Friendship saves people a lot too. Because friendship will allow somebody that was not even thinking of marriage, allows the person to get to know you and to get to see the treasure that you are. And then they can now decide, hey, this guy is worth something. I mean, I think that
he's worth something more than gold.
Yeah.
Oh, talk to me, mommy.
Singing the song.
Talk to me, something more than gold. Daddy, you have something more than gold.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't give them the opportunity, you just stay far because you feel you don't have the kind of money she has. Come on, if she was looking for your money, there are people who are looking for money,
Yeah,
but it's not everybody,
it's not
and you need
everybody.
to be able to check those things and not miss out on opportunities just because you're thinking all the ladies are looking for guys who have money. I don't have that kind of money. This woman said she has much more money than me. What was she looking for with somebody like me? Come on, stop that all that cheap talk. Life is more than money. People are more than money. Money is just one of the factors in your life, and the fact that you may not have so much today doesn't mean you will not have in the future. So come on, you may not have money, but you may have network, you may have other resources, you have capacity, you have profile, you have social capital. What are you talking about? And then you just put. In fact, apart from all these things outside, you may just know how to listen to her, and nobody else listens to her, and she's just looking for somebody that will listen to her.
Please, if
And you are
anybody
there thinking about money.
if anybody thinks that my wife is on fire today, please type 222 because she's the time to say no be you go tell me wetin I go do, but it's like you're just telling. So anybody that want to collect anyone, just collect the one that you need.
Because you see some
Even
young,
myself, if not that I'm on set, I'll be writing notes at this
you see
level.
some young correct guys just walking about there like what's wrong with this one? By the time you chat a little with them, you see that they're saying they don't have enough money. They want to save up until before they even start approaching somebody. What's like they talking about?
And there's
So guys, please find out what, and this is part of what friendship helps you do. It helps you to know what is it that this lady needs. Where is the gap in her life that I can fill and add so much value to her that she will say no one but you.
no, but you see, there's this part that you are saying now. What if the guy is looking for the person that will fill the gap in his own life?
No, but it has to be mutually beneficial now. So as you're looking at, if you have seen that she's able to do what you're looking for, she's able to meet you at the point of your need, right? And then you are now trying to think of, okay, this thing cannot be one-sided. Where can I meet her need? Can we help each other on journey? Because I mean, can two works that I said they agree that there's the part where you have to think, for us to go on this journey, there has to be something in it for you and something in it for me. So if you see, okay, yes, she has what I need. Now you have to check, do I have what she needs? Meaning you need to find out what she needs. Some people don't do their homework. Back in the day, guys used to do homework. Down to what kind of perfume does she like? Which fragrance? Which flower should I pick for her from that garden to come and give her? I mean, it's not as if you're buying. Just pass through the farm and cut that particular one.
Wow.
That flower that come and give her. And she said, "Oh, I really like this one."
Well, Babi,
For people that like flowers.
These days, rose
You
na
know,
20K.
But in university, some people just needed institutes. People that could teach tutorials. Some of them used that to get a girlfriend. Because all the girls needed at that time in school.
Guys in school, please take tutorial very seriously.
To help her understand math, something, statistics, that's one, something, right? And then you come through and you teach her one time, 2 times, and then you form a bond, and then next thing you hear so that people are going out. I mean, that's just a small setting of school. How outside? What maybe she just needs someone who will sit down and hear that I had a rough day, blah blah blah, or somebody who will just tell her, oh, your dreams are valid. How approach it like this? What if you do this? Have you talked to this other person? Somebody that will tell them you are more than this. You can motivate them. And see, it's not all about money, people. Okay, and ladies, stop cutting yourself. Stop cheating yourselves when you are busy because everybody's talking about money. You too, you're saying, I need a guy who is rich. Meanwhile, you have all the money. You have money to take care of the community, and you are still looking for a guy who's rich. Meanwhile, you are seeing plenty good guys coming into your life, but they don't have as much money as you do. But you're still insisting on the fact that you want to marry somebody who is richer than you, and you just keep waiting. And there's the kind of money you have that it's difficult to find someone who is richer than you. As they will say during parade, look to the right and take dressing. Okay, I've said enough.
Really?
Yes.
At this rate, me, I'm just taking mental notes. You understand? Because nobody go tell me what I go do. But you've told me so many things, and I'm sure she has told you so many things. So you decide which one you go do. Which one are you going to do? Which one will work for you? And for those ladies, there's a lady that spoke to me earlier this week or late last week, and her own was the fact that the guys that are approaching her are not her age. Do you understand? They are younger than her, and she can't just deal with a guy that is younger than her. And I had to ask the question that, as in, the only problem you have is the guy is, as in, is he a good guy? Yes. Is he? I asked her, no. She says the only problem is that the guy is younger than her. So, since you are telling everybody what to do, please, can you tell that lady and close with that one?
No,
Because we need to close up now.
Okay, so we talked. First of all, some people say age is nothing but a number.
And we did a
talked
video
about
on
it,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not a big deal. You have to check. See, when it comes to age, this is what you should think about. Especially if it is not greater than 10 years, right? If it's just not so bad, put age aside and look at all the other things. And is the person at par with you? Maturity, intellect, spirituality, faith, religion, beliefs, principles, all of those things. Check them, right? Goals, your plans for your life, and so on. Just check all of those things. If everything checks out, bring this age back. Some people use age and block road. They will not even check anything. They'll just be looking at age, and because of that, they don't even get to discover what is in this package. They've just looked at age and they block the whole thing. And because of that, they miss out on a good deal because somebody is younger than you by 2 years. When you are in primary school or secondary school, and let's say you are a lady in secondary school, the guy is 4 years younger than you. You may be in primary school, it's odd, right? A girl. You are in university, right? 4 years difference. You may be in late secondary school or year 1, you are year 5. Okay, just keep moving. By the time you're getting to somebody is 60 and another person is 55, does it matter so much? It's only when you're those earlier years that the age difference seems to be so significant. But after a while, who cares how much older and how much younger? And can we do life together? Are we doing it effectively together? So sit and think about it together? And then, of course, there are things about, I don't want to look old. I don't want to look like his aunt, or his mother and stuff like that. But if you are not the kind of person that your features make you look older, why should that be a concern? So just sit down. Everybody's own is
But even those people that don't want to look old these days. But have you seen photo shoot 50 years these days? 60 years photo shoot. You would think they are under 17 and under 20.
Or how you can care for yourself and just evaluate yourself.
So since we have there's cosmetics, there's foundation, there's MAC powder, there's all of these things.
There's exercise.
Yes, there's
vegetables and fruits.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can package yourself properly. That's one of the P's. Yes. that we left you. Somebody said, talk to me directly. Talk to me directly. I mean that. So for we have to go, and a lot has been said. In fact, my wife she was on fire today, as in she came and she just talking, even though they said you should not tell them what to do. You have told them. You understand? So everybody, now you find out whether I go tell you Wetin to do or you go tell me Wetin to do. Bottom line is, what are you?
Etin joined us. Hi,
Etin. Hi, Etin Mefion. Hi, glad to see you. Well, he's a celebrity. Somebody.
From and this is another thing about friendship. From friendship now we are friends with celebrities.
With celebrity,
But that take this friendship serious.
Take friendship.
Yes. Okay.
So please, what are you going to do? Nobody me go tell you what you go do, but you need to tell yourself, I need to make some choices. I need to do something. So
Thank you everyone for joining us.
We have to go.
Yes,
it's time to go. But bottom line, don't forget, common sense is not so common. Please share, like, distribute, and share to your neighbors. Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. Share, and have a blast.
Yes, have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Or enjoy the new week coming.